Hello, wonderful viewers. I am back. Life just gets in the way sometimes, kind of like the way that the sun is getting in the way of me seeing anything. Okay, this is much better. I don't feel like I'm about to be blinded here. Please do forgive me if there is some noise in the background though. I am extremely lucky to have air conditioning. Any other Irish person is now just probably going to click away from this video being like, oh, what a wuss, air conditioning in Ireland. But my apartment is quite literally like a greenhouse. So I am very happy to say that I'm staying cool in this very warm weather that we are having right now. But welcome back to my channel. I have some very exciting Formula Woman updates to chat through today. Just a quick little video to let you all know what's going on. I know that sometimes updates can kind of feel like they're a little bit far apart just because, there's obviously multiple countries, literally hundreds of applicants and so much kind of going on. So I figured I would just hold off and give you all kind of like a bumper set of updates. And the first one of those is that I am officially going to be attending my on-track assessment day in Anglesey Circuit, which is in Wales, and it's going to be on the 20th of September. So I think I mentioned before on my channel that the first assessment date was going to be the 19th, so I'm going to be there on the 20th. I'm going to have to kind of do a Steve Martin trains, planes and automobiles type situation to get there, because unfortunately Cork Airport, which is my closest airport, has decided to close their runway for the period between September and November, and that is the exact period that the on-track assessments are happening in the UK. It's going to be quite a journey, but I have absolutely no doubt it will be worth it when I get there. I am so excited to get to meet some of the girls. It is so lovely seeing them all at the events in the UK. For example, they were just at Carfest North the other day, and also they had a hospitality suite at Silverstone, and I am just dying to meet people, so I can't wait for that. And we also, in that vein, speaking of Carfest North, our car provider was announced for the on-track assessments. It's super exciting. I'd mentioned before in my first to last video that my first car was a Corsa. We call it Opel here in Ireland rather than Vauxhall, but Vauxhall Corsa, the Vauxhall Corsa-E I should say, is the car that we're all going to be driving for our on-track assessments. How cool is that? Fully electric. Also weird full circle coincidence for me that my first car was a Corsa and now I'm going to be driving one at my on-track assessment. I am buzzing, purely buzzing to get behind the wheel of it, and it's going to be great. The one that they showed, so as I said, this was debuted at Carfest North. The one that they showed had this sort of burnt orange kind of colorway on it, and I absolutely love it. It looks amazing, and I think it's going to be so exciting to have a fully electric car. I've never driven a fully electric car before, so that's going to be an experience on its own, but also it's just really cool to see that a competition that is already so different and unique and forward thinking in the fact that it's only for women, and it's only for women that have little to no driving experience, and to then add on top of that we're going electric, I think is just fantastic. We all know that motorsport in general is not particularly environmentally friendly, so even though in the past couple of years definitely there has been progress, but to see that this competition already being so unique and now going fully electric is just fantastic. I think it's awesome. Huge kudos to the partners that made this happen at Vauxhall and obviously also at Formula Woman. Second update is I was on the radio recently. I was on Cork's RedFM. Shout out to Dave Mack for having me on his Local Legends segment. I also have to say a thank you to Kate and Grania who helped make that happen in terms of getting me actual airtime, so I really appreciate everyone that made that happen. I essentially got to go on there for a couple of minutes and chat about exactly what Formula Woman is, kind of where my passion for driving came from, and then finally got to chat about sponsorship. So obviously I am in the hunt for a sponsor, and hopefully that will help to get me some more exposure and kind of broadcast my message to more people across, hopefully even just my region, so that if there are folks out there that are interested in sponsoring me for the on-track assessments, and then obviously remaining as the sponsor for the kind of remainder of the competition, that would be fantastic. If you are watching this and you're interested in sponsoring me, you can contact me via the contact information in my About bio section on my channel, so top tip. And my last piece of info/update is that I am going to be driving at Mondello next week. It was pretty much considered the premier racetrack in Ireland. It's in Kildare, which is a couple of hours drive from where I live, and I'm going to be driving a BMW experience. So essentially I'll get a safety briefing before I set foot in the car, and then I'll have a couple of laps with an instructor with me, and then I'll just get to drive the car around the track and see what I can manage. And I definitely haven't driven a car as powerful as what I will be driving that day for a very long time, so I think that's going to be interesting even in itself. And then really what I'm looking forward to is trying to put into practice some of the theory in terms of the lessons that we learned from the Formula Woman online course. So, you know, everything from like picking out your apex in a corner to how to deal with understeer, oversteer. You know, braking is very different. It's much more sudden and hard, literally on the pedal, than you would kind of normally, you would coast up to the car in front of you if you're driving a road car rather than slamming on the brakes ideally. So I think all of that is going to be, it's going to be a real test to try and, you know, implement as much of that as I can, and hopefully it'll stand me in good stead for when I actually do get to my on-track assessment in September. So those are all my updates for now. I've never vlogged before, but I am going to do my very best to vlog at Mondello. Obviously I'll be mostly the one in the car, but my partner is going to be with me, so hopefully I'll be able to get some usable footage that I can edit together, and also maybe chat about the experience afterwards and pop it up on my channel. So hopefully you will subscribe after seeing this so you can catch that next video from Mondello. But until then, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you all soon.